Today I want to talk about whether you should pay full retail for your Wizards of the Coast D&D products. Hey, how's it going? This is a topic that I'm sure some people are going to be annoyed with, and probably, I know retailers won't really like it, but let's be honest. The quality of D&D products that have been put out over the past few years by Wizards of the Coast is total shit. I'm not necessarily talking about content, unless we're going to talk about Xanathars, which we will. I'm talking about like players' handbooks, monster manuals, DMGs, the shit quality of the products that they're producing. I have multiple players' handbooks. I mean, at first, you know, there was, and they probably still do it, but it became a hassle where you would have to send your book back to Wizards because they didn't want you returning it to the retailer, and they would send you a new player's handbook, which would subsequently fall apart, just like the original one. I mean, my current player's handbook is falling apart. I really need to do what I've done with the other ones, but with both of the kids. And here's the thing, none of us really are heavy users of the player's handbook. I mean, D&D 5th edition is a simple system. You can, if you put together a character, you know the class, you don't need to open the goddamn book to do it. Now, I DM a lot. I refuse to let people use my books because they're going to fall apart. Even worse, the more I let people use them. You know, I don't consider myself as a DM a lending library, so I don't loan my books. And as lightly as I use the books that I have, they are all falling apart with pages coming out, entire sections peeling out. I mean, it is absolute trash the way that they put these things together. Now, if we're going to talk about Xanathars, that book is a total waste of money at full retail. If you look at so much of it, I mean, what, 20 pages at the end of names? I mean, come on, you can't name your character. You need Wizards to fucking have a section of character names for you. Or worse yet, when you find that they put like the swashbuckler rogue in there and all these different classes that are already in Sword Coast and other books. All Xanathars really was a rehash of other books. They put rules in there that are in other books. I mean, it is just a money grab by Wizards that pissed me the fuck off. It was a total waste of money. Now, if you're going to buy most of these books, because the quality is so low, I cannot in good conscience ever tell a player, dungeon master, or anybody else to pay full retail for something that's going to fall apart. So I usually recommend Amazon. If you can find a coupon to get it even lower on Amazon, all the better. And the other issue that I have with Wizards now is with D&D Beyond. Let's say you paid full retail for your player's handbook. You paid full retail for a monster's manual. Maybe you've got a +1 you want to use to build a character on D&D Beyond. You've got to pay 30 bucks a piece for each of these goddamn books again in order to use it on D&D Beyond to be able to do your characters. And it's a big, fat money grab. This is what pisses me off. When we played 4th edition, you know, you had your $6 a month fee. Every time new material came out, it was included in the character builder in the compendium that was online. You didn't have to put out hundreds and hundreds of dollars again for the books that you already owned. The character builder was just that, a character builder. That's all D&D Beyond is. It's a fucking character builder. It's not something new. Why they're making you pay for books, I mean, they're being greedy bastards, and the pieces of shit are pissing me off with this. You should not have to pay. Let's be honest. If you've bought the player's handbook, there should be a goddamn code in the back of the book that you can punch into D&D Beyond, and you get the fucking thing on D&D Beyond. And you don't have to double down and pay 2 times for the same material. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. If you're going to use D&D Beyond, you don't carry books with you, just buy it online. I think it's trash to do that, but you're saving yourself retail or whatever it is, even if you Amazon it, another 30 bucks. But no, because of the quality or lack thereof of D&D materials produced by Wizards of the Coast, the way the books fall apart. Now with Xanathar's, I have no doubt that the new stuff that's coming out is going to have continually rehashed stuff from previous volumes that you shouldn't have to buy again in another book, so that they can just get their quarterly fill of money coming into the till that, I mean, they haven't earned it if you're just retyping the same shit into a book. It's garbage. It pisses me off. I mean, I've had a lot of issues with Wizards and 5th edition since it came out, but this is the lowest thing they've done, is when they put stuff from previous volumes, from Player's Handbook, from Dungeon Master's Guide, from Sword Coast, from everything, into Xanathar's and pretend it's a whole new volume. That's not a fucking new volume. You added a few pages with a few classes or subclasses. That's not a $50 book. That's fucking stupid. So, you know, don't pay retail. Don't pay full retail for any of the shit they're making. Now, especially with Xanathar's as an example, where they're rehashing stuff and basically having you buy the same crap and adding a few pages of new stuff in a whole volume and saying, oh, it's new, even though it's not, and knowing that down the road their perfect binding system is garbage and the pages are going to fall right out of the book. I mean, I've got first edition AD&D books that are over 40 years old. I open up, I don't fear they're going to fall apart, because they don't. They were properly bound, they were sewn binding. They're perfect. You know, the covers are beat to shit and the thing is still in perfect condition inside. It's ridiculous. I mean, Wizards, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're producing shit. The stuff you produce falls apart. You should be ashamed. And the people are dumb enough to keep buying it. I mean, we should really boycott buying any new materials in physical form, because it's going to fall apart. If you are compelled to do it, save 20, 30 bucks, buy it on Amazon at half price. And, you know, I'm sorry, retailers, but I can't justify spending $50 on a piece of shit book that 6 months down the line is going to fall apart. And what I end up doing is going to Kinko's, paying $5, having them cut the thing up, bind it in a spiral bound, and that lasts better than the stupid binding that Wizards does. But that's the end of my rant. I mean, you can tell this is something that really pisses me off. There is no way that a $50 book like that should fall apart. Wizards' production process sucks, and now the materials they're putting out sucks because they're rehashing shit and trying to sell it as new. And they should be ashamed of themselves. So do not spend full retail. And if you're going to go electronic, no matter, even though I despise the D&D Beyond, in fact, let me add this. If you have an iPhone, they have an app, and it is called, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what to buy. It'll save you a lot of money. It'll have everything up through Xanathar's, and you will be able to build characters, have all the options in there for $2.99. It's called Fight Club 5. I don't get anything out of this except saving you a shit ton of money. So if you want a character builder without a monthly fee, for $2.99, Fight Club 5 gives you everything. You look up online the community XML files. It comes with the basic SRD files that Wizards allows people to use, and then the communities put XML files together that are accurate. They have everything from the beginning up until Xanathar's, and they're more on point about getting shit out than D&D Beyond is, and they'll get it out faster. So if you have an iPhone, I mean Android, I'm sorry if you have that, I can't help you. There are other things out there you can use, but I don't think they're as good as what I'm looking at on iPhone. And I was an Android user until about a month ago. But for $2.99, you get a beautiful character builder that's easy, simple to use, and it's better than D&D Beyond. And it has all of the reference material inside of there. You can look everything up. So save yourself some money. Get that app for if you have an iPhone or an iPad or something like that. You'll be much happier, and you'll have more money in your pocket to buy dice, minis, and things that you'll enjoy, rather than carrying a book around or a subscription that you don't really need. But that's the end of my rant. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.